Hey everybody. O.G.I.C is here. Actually, my name's Billy Skippenmeyer. I'm 7. I got my thinking cap. Hi everybody. It is Saturday night. And it's going to be a busy night. Is there somebody here in the room already? Or
Val.
Val. Hi Val. Welcome. Are you still back east visiting your visiting folks? And I guess it was a working thing, but are you still there? And yeah, we are back already. It was just a quick out to California and back. That's the way it goes. It's the time we had, so we took advantage of it. And I'm not going to wait too long for too many other people because I got quite a bit to do to make this go tonight. Going to make the pasta, going to make the sauce, going to make the filling. I've got the bread coming out of the oven here in about a minute. Just, you know, there's just no way you can make proper bread in an hour. So I thought I'd get it on. And that reminds me. My old thinking cap is working. I need a cooling rack to put that bread on. So, well, I'm glad you're here, Val. See if any other folk come.
Cereal pile.
Sam! Hi, Sam!
She loves your hat.
Oh, thank you. That's my thinking cap. The faster it spins, the more I think. And you can see it's not spinning very good right now. I'm afraid if I think too much, I'll spin too fast and, you know, fly away. Yeah, so I was just saying, making the pasta, the filling for the lasagna, gonna make the sauce. I got these tomatoes from a neighbor, an assortment of heirloom tomatoes. I already kind of blanched them to get the skins off. They've had time to cool down, so they're not gonna fry my hands too badly. That's my bread. That's my bread. Let's take a look. Oh yeah. That looks great. And the smell, you know, fresh bread. Oh, you can't beat it. Slide them onto the cooling wire. Wow, that's hot. All right. That looks great and smells even better. All right, we'll set those there to cool for a little bit. All right, suppose I'm going to get going with peeling these tomatoes and getting them ready. Get the sauce going. And let's see, I imagine I might want to start some kind of sharp utensil.
Eli's here.
Hey, Eli, how's it going? We're just peeling the heirlooms here to get the sauce going. Blanched them a little earlier. So, and I'm hoping there's not a lot of seeds in these. A lot of them don't have a lot of seeds, and that's what I'm going for. Seeds in a pasta sauce just aren't that great. At least not tomato seeds. Okay. I'm just gonna pop it in a blender. My immersion blender. After what, about 15 years, Mrs. O.G.I.C?
Yeah, long time.
Finally immersed its last time. The little seal that was on the very bottom where the blade is just completely blew out, and the whole thing was flopping around, and whatever liquid it was, I can't remember what I was doing at the time. It might have been green chili, but it got all up on the inside of the chamber there, and yeah, that was its last blend.
Eli wants to know how California was.
It was fun. It was way too quick. We were only there for a short time, but it's kind of funny. We liked the hotel that we went to, and we didn't like it. It was kind of funny. It was a cross between a couple of different things. It was right on the beach, and was it Venice Beach? Yeah, I believe. But right at the very edge of Venice Beach, just before Santa Monica. And so being right on the beach like that was kind of a plus if you're, I guess if you're a visitor. And because the price was right, because most of them started at way more than I'd ever want to pay to stay at a hotel. The price was right. The one thing that I didn't like was there was no parking. And we didn't find that out till after we got there, that we had to pay to park at a hotel that was kind of up and over a block. But when you balance that out with the actual cost of the hotel, it wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad. It was worth it, I guess, to have a room on the beach. Another negative side is because it's on the beach, it's kind of far away from a lot of the other stuff that there is to do in that area. So, it was really nice that Janice was able to show us around and get us around, because we would have been totally lost. Yeah, it's about as opposite from here as you could possibly be. The traffic, the amount of people, it's just way different. I told Janice that we have to go 50 miles to get to our first stoplight, and she said, "For here, you probably got to go about 50 feet." So,
Rob Switch reviews.
Rob Switch reviews. Wow, dude.
John.
It's been quite some time. I hope all is well with you, bro. John, welcome. Good evening. Getting these tomatoes just kind of
Crazy Dad.
ready to go, skinned and stuff. Hi, Tim. And I imagine, or I hope that Les is watching too. Hi, Les. Just getting these heirlooms kind of peeled and ready to go. I'm going to blend them out real quick. Trying to get some seeds out. Not going too badly. I'm getting excited for Halloween, and I haven't been excited for Halloween for quite a while. Yeah, it's going to be fun this year. We don't get trick-or-treaters, but a buddy is going to come up, and we're going to make a big pot of chili and some cornbread. We're going to watch like some old Creature Features or something.
Rob Switch says he's been very busy.
Well, I'm glad that you dropped by and you have the time to check out O.G.I.C. That's
Working
awesome.
And being dad.
Hey, there's nothing more important than family. So, yeah, YouTube will always come in, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth place in priorities in life. Unless, of course, it's your primary income, and then, of course, I guess it would be higher on that priority list.
John
Okay.
wanted to know how you're doing.
I'm doing great. Let me take 1 second here and get rid of all these tomatoes and such. seeds.
Crazy Dad says it's him and Les and Nate. And he said, welcome home and Halloween is fun.
Awesome. Yeah, Tim, I like that last little video did with the creepy old school. That was pretty cool, bud. I like that a lot.
Toilet bowl reviews here.
Toilet bowl. How's it going, bro? Making the pasta. All right, gonna take 1 second. I'm just gonna puree these out. Bear with the noise.
Rob Switch says 9th at least, and then he hopes you're very well.
I am doing awesome. It was a great summer. I got a lot of projects done that I wanted to do. And that was always a plus. Okay, got my, just gonna dump them into a pan here. There's my maters. Gonna get them cooking slowly, and I'm gonna start chopping up a little bit of veg. Got a little purple bell pepper. Is locally grown.
Doing it in live chat or talk chat?
Live chat. I'm just gonna dice this up pretty small here. Quick little marinara.
Eli wants to know if there's more Chuckles the Clown videos coming.
You know, there could be. There very well could be. I always like clowning around.
Crazy Dad said, thanks Tom, that video was his daughter's idea, and they'll be doing some other spooky places.
Cool. Well, she had an excellent idea. All right, got to get a little vino going here.
Rob Switch says he misses old guy. Thanks for the transcribing.
All right, let's see here. Well, thank you, Rob. I appreciate you popping in on me, that's for sure. All right.
John's going ghost hunting later.
Is that anything like snipe hunting? All right, I'm just going to do a little bit of reduction here. Just a little simple white wine.
Toilet Bowl Review said that Lizzie and I had fried ravioli just 2 days ago. I had the sausage ravioli, and it's going to be delicious.
Yes, sir. I've thought about doing fried ravs as a video a few times. Maybe I should. That's something I haven't had for quite a while. Fried raviolis. All right. Let's get a quick dice on this stuff here. I'm going to throw in just a little bit of veg on that marinara. Got some, said the purple bell pepper. I got a shallot here. I threw in a little bit of onions and some red bell pepper. Got a whole bunch of basil. All right, let's get that in there. It's gonna be good. It's been a while since I've made ravioli. And so I figured, well, why not? Why not? So, Halloween next weekend.
Yep.
That's going to be fun. Val, I didn't know that you had your live stream yesterday. I'm sorry I missed it. And I need to say hi to my brother. Hi, Doug. Hi, Shar. Doug's wife. Hope you are both doing well. Before I forget to say hi.
John says you need to get some Limburger cheese.
Limburger cheese. Yeah. Limburger just isn't my thing. I did have a friend that used to like to take a blob of Limburger and sprinkle instant coffee over the top of it and eat it that way. It looked pretty disgusting to me, but that's what he did.
Eli said that his favorite ratio for wine is 2-to-1. 1 for the dish and 2 for the chef.
Yeah. That's a pretty good ratio. Indeed it is.
Rob Switch says Halloween next weekend. Gonna have a firefighter and a Power Ranger collecting candy this year.
Nice. That's awesome. I gotta look down here, lest I cut my fingers while I dice up this pepper.
Crazy Dad said that his mom's ravioli special came from the can, LOL, so this is a treat.
You know, Chef Boyardee was the chef?
John wants to know if you got the recipes he sent you through the email.
Oh yes, John, I did. Sorry I didn't respond to them. Miss Old Guy and I got home just a couple of nights ago, and we've been just kind of busy getting stuff unpacked and resettled and so forth. So I did get them. Thank you. I will reply to your email. All right. Let me go with a little bit of regular onion here.
Paul says fried ravioli originated in a neighborhood in St. Louis called the Hill.
Nice.
A popular neighborhood also. The Yankee Yoga Berra grew up in the Hill neighborhood.
Wow, that's cool. That's way cool. I like little things like that. You know, I always wonder where things get their start, like fried ravioli, or even missed that too. Like the chicken and waffles. You know, who was the first one to do that? That kind of thing. All right, a little more onion.
Cereal Pal said fried ravioli, yum.
Ah, yeah. In fact, the amount of ravioli I have tonight will be considerably more than Mrs. Old Guy are going to eat. So perhaps I'll use some of them for fried ravs. That would make a good episode. Good little video for that. All right, now let's get some of this basil going here. Oh, love the smell of basil. Oh, crazy dogs.
John said cut the corn. But maybe he's meaning candy corn, maybe?
Cut the corn! Cut the corn! I got some more candy corn videos coming up. Yeah, I don't know. Will it be the clown? Will it be the crazy old man? Will it be just me?
Eli says, I wonder where the Dorito Dew originated.
The Dorito Dew Chug, that originated with the two fluffy bearded men. And their channel. If you haven't checked their channel out, check them out. They're cool guys. George and Robert. Okay.
Crazy Dad said, hey Tom, I made my Texas chainsaw chili tonight. Hint, hint.
Texas chainsaw chili. Uh-huh. It's all in the meat. All right, put that reduced wine in there. Okay, we're getting there. We're getting there. Got to get some garlic. Got to pick up my mess here just a little bit. Got a lot more to do on this table. But I got to get the garlic. That can stay here for a minute. want it fresh, but I forgot to get it at the store. So that's okay. I use a little crushed. Just kind of guesstimate. That's all I do anyway. Oh, that smells really good. Smells amazing. Okay. We'll let that do its thing now. I'm going to turn it down. Let those veggies just kind of simmer. Wipe this up, then I'll get started making that pasta. Let's get started making the pasta. How many of you out there make your own pasta once in a while? And I'm not talking about like using one of these, just, you know, rolling it out and cut your own egg noodles. Anybody? Show of hands.
Eli said his favorite way of reducing wine is by taking bigger sips.
Yes. Very good. All right, so now we're gonna get the pasta going here. A couple of cups of flour. I got the salt in there already.
John says, Tom, spin the top of your hat and do the hokey pokey.
Well, I can spin the top of my hat, but I don't. Well, you know. Let's see. That's my thinking cap.
Janice is here.
Hi, Janice. Glad you're here. Woohoo! It sure was fun meeting you in person. It really was. I sure wish we would have had another day or two. And next time we go, we will. Next time we go, we will.
She said that they're going to a private saxophone concert soon, so they'll be lurking in the background.
Okay, cool. Well, I'm glad that you're here. In the background or not. All right, I'm going to add just a few drops of this olive oil in there. All right, let's make some pasta. Yummy. Get this pasta made, then I'll get jumping right on the filling. See how much of this I can get done in under an hour. I think I'm behind. Talking too much. Of course, it would be kind of boring if I didn't say anything and they were just watching me do this. So. I think. I don't know.
Eli thanks Janice for showing us around. And Janice said it was fun meeting us.
It was. It was fun meeting us. I mean, no, it was fun meeting you. Yeah, it was a really good time. We enjoyed ourselves tremendously. Like I said, I wish we could have stayed a little longer. You know, when we go back, we might stay at the same place again.
Yep.
Yep. Wasn't, but you know, we'll have to just see what happens when the next time comes around. And I hope it's sooner rather than later, but we'll have to see how that goes. So, hey, Val, if you're still there, perhaps we could meet in Vegas sometime, maybe over the winter or something. We'll see. Sometimes the weather can get kind of nasty between here and there, so we will see about that, I suppose, right? Okay.
John said you should do a karaoke live stream.
A karaoke live stream. Well, John, I'm not sure that I could do that. To start with, I think you'd need to have at least license to do the songs. You know, karaoke. You can't just do any old karaoke. I don't think. I suppose that would be something I would have to check into. But the last person you really want to hear do much in the way of singing is me. So Frank Sinatra, I am not. Not that you even know who Frank Sinatra is. All right. I got to let that rest for a few. I'm going to move on to making some filling. For that, I got to get some frying going. All right. I'm going to wash off the hands. All right. Sorry about that. Don't mean to turn my back on you, but that's the way I have to face to get to the sink, so. All right. Let's cook a little Italian sausage.
Eli said that you should film a time lapse of your woodworking.
I might do that sometime. I might just do that. I'd never really thought about doing that before, but it's a good idea. All right. Get rid of the wrap. I'm gonna get this fried up. Got the crap on my fingers. The sauce is smelling good.
Eli said Frank, as in the guys who makes the hot sauce. LOL. Just kidding.
Yes. Devil dog crowd.
Crazy Dad wants to know what your favorite Italian dish is.
Well, if we're talking away from the usual like spaghetti and pizza and Italian food like that, I suppose I'm a little biased, but it would be an entree I made for my restaurant back in the day called Amore del Madre, a mother's love. And it was how to describe this, a very, very thin tube of pizza dough. I mean, very thin. And kind of cooked into a cylinder. Now, the cylinder was filled with ricotta, and it was similar to a ravioli filling, baked off and then served with marinara on the top. Yeah. Made in different styles, some with cheese, or some with just cheese, some with sausage, some with shrimp. But I guess that was my favorite one. Does that help?
And John says, do y'all have a garden over yonder, Tom and his old guy?
We used to, but we have a very small yard, and we gave up having a garden to make room for our two dogs. There just isn't enough room for both, so no garden, unfortunately. But there are lots of local organic gardens that are pretty reasonable if you just buy it from them. So during the summer, it's awesome.
Crazy Dad says that sounds good.
It is good. Maybe I'll make it sometime. Maybe I should. Maybe I should. But we want to talk about just a regular, like my favorite plain, like everyday type of Italian, other than pizza or spaghetti. The top three: pizza, spaghetti, and ravioli. I really like gnocchi. A good potato gnocchi, really hot and spicy, lots of red pepper in it. I really like gnocchi. So I guess maybe that's the answer I'm going to stick with. Gnocchi.
Crazy Dad said he loves Italian food. I'm basic and I love baked spaghetti.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I've had spaghetti baked a few times. Yum. I like how some of the noodles right at the top get kind of crunchy. You know, they have that little burn, like extra burned cheese or like extra cooked crispy cheese. All right, getting this rocking. It's almost done.
Eli said that he tried to plant a garden once, but the IPAs don't take to the soil around there.
Yeah, it's hard to grow beer cans. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's hard to get the right nutrients to them. So they grow right. Okay, let me get. Oh, what do I got? Okay, I got to see this. Egg. Garlic. Get the stuff I'm going to need here to make that filling. Yes. Little cutting board. I'm probably not going to put all of this sausage in the mix. Just because I'm not making that gigantic of a batch. So. Oh, that looks good. Shut that off. You guys want to see that? Can you see that at all? Smells amazing. I know it's kind of all down to one side, but hope you can see it. It smells really good.
John said that you should do a dish with squash of your choice.
I will. Okay, that's all good. So first thing I'm going to do is just toss in this ricotta. Use what you like. I like the whole milk. I think it just has a creamier texture. That was what? Let's see here. The 1 pound, 15 ounce, close enough. 1 pound container. Got a little fresh parsley. Just tip it off some. Parsley. It's for more than just garnishing your plate. It's going to be so good. This is the type of pasta that's going to make your tongue slap the back of your head. If you're not careful, that'll put you in the hospital. Old guy said I was going to do it, and I didn't believe him. He said my tongue is going to slap the back of my head, and sure enough. All right. Egg in there.
Eli asked if you have any suggestions as to what to do with a lot of pumpkin seeds he has.
Are they just raw pumpkin seeds, like fresh? Did you just clean the pumpkins? That'd be my hate to answer your question with a question, but the answer might matter. Or your answer might matter. I can just mix that up just a little bit.
John told him to roast them.
Oh yeah, that was going to be my suggestion. Roast them up. The way we did it in our house was just salt, pepper, and a little bit of butter. Roast them, toast them until they're pretty golden brown on both sides. Black pepper. Black pepper. A little bit of black pepper in there.
John said that he roasted them. And he says he was wondering if he could make a dish in a dish.
Well, sure. You could use them for topping, like on a pumpkin pie, or, you could use them to complement, maybe some Asian food. Put, sprinkle some pumpkin seeds on the top, or maybe just a dinner salad, sprinkle some on the top.
Crazy Dad said they baked theirs in the oven and then sprinkle cinnamon over them.
Oh, I've never had it that way. That sounds good. Cinnamon, just cinnamon, or cinnamon sugar? I need to know this. All right. Let's not spill it all over. Get some sausage. Some sausage in there. About half of that. All right. We are getting there, folks. That looks good. You see that? There's that filling. I guess I should give it a little taste. Use the back end of this spoon. That's going to be great. Okay. We're making progress. I'll give myself a little tomato paste to go in here.
John suggested some pumpkin seed soup for Eli to do.
Yeah. What kind of pumpkin seeds? Just pumpkin seeds?
They're roasted. Or he didn't say, just a pumpkin seed soup.
All right. Fair amount of tomato paste in there.
Crazy Dad. Wild Man Uncle Les wants to know what your favorite Halloween candy is.
My personal favorite Halloween candy, well, and I guess it's just my everyday regular candy too, but are the little Mounds bars. Just love them. I'd eat a whole bag of them if you leave me to it. How about you? What kind is yours, Les? Please don't tell me candy corn.
Eli told Crazy Dad, show candied quats.
What? Candy quats?
Candied quats.
Oh, candied quads. I do have to say I was a bit disappointed that we didn't find any quads while we were there. We went to the big, pretty substantially good-sized farmer's market in Santa Monica, and the closest thing they had to kumquats were tangerine quats, or tanger quats, I think they called them. So I didn't get any. I didn't want to try a hybrid. I wanted to try the real thing. We tried I took a look when we went to an Asian market with Janice. We stopped at a Whole Foods store. They didn't have any, so still didn't get a chance to try kumquats. I'm a little disappointed, but I'll be okay. Okay. I'm going to get this ready to roll out.
John said candy corn pumpkin seed soup.
Candy corn pumpkin seed soup. Well, I don't have any pumpkin seeds. Well, I do here. I don't know. Maybe.
Crazy Dad said Les does like candy corn, but his favorite is actually Reese's Cups.
Reese's Cups. You know, Reese's does come in a pretty close second with me, but I really just like the coconut on those, you know. If you put both of them in front of my face, you know, and made me pick, I'd just take them both. Okay. Don't know that I'm going to need it, but I want it. Time to roll this dough. Get myself a little bit of flour here. Whoops. See, I'm going to let them over here. Almost forgot something in my... I got a little mozzarella I want to put in there too. A little bit of mozzarella. Almost forgot. Okay. Let's get this dough on the roll, shall we? Get this over here where I can use it a little better. Had this thing for a long time too, eh, Mrs. Okay?
Yep.
Jeez. Had it at least 20 years or more. At least 20. All right. Let's start rolling this out and making some raviolis. I'm getting hungry. Didn't eat anything all day. Ugh. Just busy doing other stuff. We're getting ready to do a bathroom remodel project, and we were busy a good part of the day getting ready for that. So, no food. I don't think corn nuts really counts. I did eat a couple handfuls of corn nuts.
John said Reese's Cups are the bomb.
Oh, they are. You know, have you ever noticed, like at Christmas time, or like right now, they have these Halloween pumpkin Reese's Cups. And they show a face, a little jack-o'-lantern face. And you open the package, and there's like this blob. It really doesn't look like a pumpkin. It just, this kind of like oblong, weird sort of shape. They need to work on that. It's the same thing in the around Christmas when they do the Christmas tree ones. It doesn't look a thing like a Christmas tree, just some sort of semi-triangular piece of chocolate. They need to work on that. I guess it matters what it says on the wrapper, huh? Judge that book by the cover. Alright. Still rocking. Oh. Take this down probably to I don't know, number 2, if you have a pasta maker. That's second from the thinnest setting.
John said, how about, or Eli said, how about chocolate dough peanut butter filled ravioli?
Dessert ravioli. Yummy. It's been a while since I've done a dessert rav. Last one I did had a mascarpone filling with macadamia nut and coconut. It was really good. Made a raspberry puree for the sauce. Little shaved white chocolate on top for a little garnish. It was amazing. Okay. There we go. Now I am going to use my ravioli maker. If you haven't ever seen one of these, it's pretty cool. They're not terribly expensive. But it's just this, if you've not seen one, it'll make a dozen raviolis. The big trick is not to overfill it. Okay, so I'm just going to move this out of the way. Just temporarily, I'll have to roll out another piece, I'm sure.
Ah, here goes.
Oh! Oh no! Oh, it's okay. Could have been worse. Well, there's something else you might want to do, folks, and that's make sure that your pasta dough is clear of the machine before you move it away. Okay, so
Tracy Dad's been giving you props for making all this fresh ravioli.
well, thank you. It is good stuff. Okay. You just want to make sure that your pasta completely covers it, and then this little part makes your indents. I don't know, can you guys see that okay? And I used to have a little spoon in there. Disappeared. Tablespoon works pretty well for this.
Eli said, shouldn't miss this opportunity. You dogs need to move. Go on.
Kids are getting crazy. So, just about a level tablespoon in each one of these. Try to move over here so you can see what I'm doing.
John said, how about pumpkin pie raviolis?
Yeah, sure, you could do that. In fact, you could even make like little, instead of using pasta dough on this, you could use perhaps a puff pastry dough or pie crust and make yourself some pumpkin pie ones that way. Bake them instead of boiling. Okay. Try and hurry a little bit here. I am freaking hungry. I picked a bad Saturday to not have any food. Oh, it wasn't a bad Saturday. I just shouldn't have not ate all day. It's okay. It's gonna make it taste really good when I do eat. couple more. See, it doesn't take too long to make these as far as the actual putting together. All right. Again, you just want to make sure that that's covered all the way. They give you this dandy little rolling pin. Whoops. Try not to tear them. Just kind of roll it. You want to do it kind of every way so that you can... It's got this ridge on it. I don't know if you can see that. It's got that ridge on it that seals them and cuts the dough. Oh! Boy, I'm doing all kinds of klutzes today. Well, let's see how many of them broke out the bottom, if any.
Well, Ben Les wants to know if you know what Archway cookies. What's Archway cookies?
Archway cookies. Yes, I believe I've heard of them. If it's a brand name. Let me get these out of here.
I believe it is a brand name.
Now, I'm going to show you some examples of exactly what not to do when filling these.
Eli wants one of those ravioli makers.
They're not expensive. They're not expensive. Okay. Now let's see if any of these are actually going to work. Because I overfilled most of them. They'll still work for at least fried ravioli. So I'll pull aside the ones that are going to work. Okay. Trying to make this go good, and next thing you know, I have to roll out another batch because I messed the first ones up. Like I said, that's okay. I can freeze those and use them to make fried ravioli. So they will get used.
John said pumpkin pie biscuits.
Pumpkin pie muffins. You know, I guess they wouldn't be pumpkin pie muffins, but they would be pumpkin.
Crazy Dad said it's a brand, but they unfortunately went out of business.
Aw. Yeah, I remember the brand. That's for sure. Alright. This is a much bigger piece. It's going to get a lot longer. A lot longer. Oh, that's it. I don't mind. Come on now. Never wants to work right when you're in a hurry. So maybe I should slow down just a touch. Okay. Now straight. That didn't work at all. Come on. Come on. These pizza makers or pasta makers are great. I've used them with pizza dough too. Do you make really super thin pizza pocket kind of things?
wants to know what's the biggest mishap you've ever had in the kitchen.
Well, I suppose it's going to fall into two categories. Ones that caused pain and ones that didn't. One of the worst mishaps as far as pain goes, I was doing some prep work for the next day, and I just cubed up 10 pounds of pork to make green chili with the next morning. And I put it all into a Cambro, went home, right? Next morning went in to make said green chili, and I've got close to a cup of water in the bottom of this, I think it was a 15-gallon stock. And got the oil smoking hot. When I went to shake out the pork, it wasn't the nice little individual cubes anymore. It had all settled back into one clump, and it all came out in one clump. And I got these 4 fingers pretty well blistered to where the skin just melted off. It was hanging down past my finger skin was just hanging down here. It was horrible. That was the worst physical mishap. And my father had some medical issues, so I was called on the phone, and we drove the several miles down to Denver to see him and so forth. And when I'd left that morning, I had made a batch of pizza dough for the restaurant, and it just happened to be payday. I just wasn't there to give out the checks, and my manager flipped out, and she just shut down the restaurant and walked out without doing anything. And when we got back into town, I noticed that it was shut. It's like it shouldn't be closed; it should be open still. And went in, and that batch of pizza dough had turned into this gigantic mountain of, I have never seen anything like it. It was at least 6 feet by 5 feet by about 3 feet high, all over the place. So I guess those are the two big ones.
John wants to know if we remember the Bozo Show.
I do. I do remember the Bozo Show. I remember the other TV shows from back then too, like Captain Kangaroo, and some of the others. Yep. All right, we'll get this dough rolled out. Got the water going. Hopefully it won't be long before we can start eating. I am freaking starved. But I appreciate everybody hanging in there with me while I get this dinner built. It was a little ambitious, I suppose, to try and to get all this done in a short time. One more. No. Actually, I'm going to call that one good. Call that one good.
Crazy Dad said Les wants to know also, since Thanksgiving is near at hand, what are you fans of, ham or turkey? Because Les loves ham more.
Yeah, I'm kind of on I teeter on the brink. I prefer ham, just because I like ham more. But I also like the turkey because of the stuffing that I grew up with. So, yeah. And by the way, just for those of you that do not know, the difference between stuffing and dressing is stuffing is actually in the bird, dressing is cooked separately and outside the bird. Just so you know. The difference between stuffing and dressing.
John said, Wizzo. Did you ask a question?
A wizzo. I don't know, did I ask a question that wizzo would be the answer to? I don't know. That sounds some kind of cheese.
Eli says the pizza block sounds like an old horror movie. Serial Final says, you can do it, O.G.
I can do it.
And Eli says, hi, Tom.
Okay. Let's try this again. This sheet's a little bit thicker. Okay. What I'm going to end up doing is after the live stream, I'll go back through and I'll finish making these raviolis. And if I have to, I'll just make more pasta to use up all the filling. Put them on a sheet tray, let them freeze that way individually. Then I'll put them in a bag and leave them in the freezer. And when we want some, pull them out. And I'm definitely going to make some fried raviolis out of this. That's an excellent idea. And since I've gone to the trouble to make the raviolis, I might as well go ahead and do a few fried. Okay. We're getting there. I'm anxious. I'm so anxious. Okay. My water's starting to boil. These, I think the last time I looked, one of these ravioli makers was around 25 bucks. They're not terribly expensive. Making dessert raviolis is always a good option.
John says turkey and candy corn pumpkin pot pies.
Well, that would be a little more work than I'd want to do right now.
And Eli wants to know if you can make raviolis with ice cube trays.
Sure. I don't see why not. Some of them have kind of a weird top, though.
Yeah.
You'd want to make sure it was one that just had a plain surface on the top and not kind of notched like a lot of them are. That might be, you might run into trouble trying to get them, trying to get the dough cut. I'm going to do my best to keep this one off of the floor. Oh yeah. That's better. Before I forget, I gotta turn this water into seawater. Put some salt in that. Alright. Come on. Shake out. Sometimes they shake out better than others. These sealed up much better. Just not as much filling. Sometimes they drop out real good. Sometimes they don't. They kind of fight it. Come on. if you dust the top of this with flour, it can help. These two kind of stuck together. That's okay. Come on. One more. Woohoo! Okay. Put the rest of this in here. And I'll deal with it shortly.
Eli said you gotta break a few eggs if you want to make omelets.
You're exactly right. Couldn't agree more. Okay, so we got a dozen of these ready. These turned out much better. Whoop, that one opened up. Now, one thing about cooking these raviolis, you don't want the water really boiling hard. Just a nice kind of simmering sort of. If I could pick up the pot and show you, I would, but you don't want a really hard boil because that could just break your raviolis.
John says, Tom, have you ever gotten soaked during a thunderstorm running to get in the house?
More times than I can count. See how many of these I can get in here. I don't want to cook any that I think are going to fall apart, at least too much. That'll have to do. These will freeze. Sauce looks good. I guess I should give it a little taste just to see where we're at with that. Yum. That is really, really good. Okay. Give these raviolis just a couple more minutes to cook. Tell me we got a little bit of butter on there. We do. While those are finished cooking, get out a plate. And I can't hardly wait. In fact, I'm not going to wait anymore. I'm going to cut a little piece of this bread. Oh. Wish you could smell that. Here, let me wave it over. Can you smell that?
Crazy Dad says he wishes they had smell-o-vision.
Yeah, me too. That is great. Raviolis are looking good. Made a little salad.
John wants to know if you would attempt to eat a 1 pound burrito.
Sure. I'd do that. Most definitely. A 1 pound burrito, sure. A 5 pound burrito, probably not. There's a salad for Mrs. Old Guy.
Thank you.
You're welcome. These ravs are looking really good. What do I do with my little scooper? There it is.
says an awesome question to John T.
And what was the awesome question?
Eat a
Huh?
1 pound burrito.
Yep. I had a bite of bread. Did I eat it all already? I was so hungry I don't remember eating it. Or did I put it down? Uh-oh. Dogs are getting frisky again. Another piece.
Eli said they tried smell-o-vision a while back with scratch and sniff cards, but it flopped.
Yeah, no doubt. I would show you my version of the first person that invented scratch and sniff, but it's not appropriate. Man, that bread is so good. I think these raviolis are pretty close to done. They sure look that way. Let's see if I can manage to get that over for you guys to see. I don't know if you can see that. I'll give it a second. Get out of the way a little. There's those raviolis. Ravioli. Yum. Okay. I hope you were able to see them at least a little bit. Time to get some on the plate.
John said a 1 pound burrito filled with Limburger cheese.
No, I did a gross. I already did my gross burrito, the 2020 burrito. If you haven't seen it yet, check it out. It's the Iffy Food parody that I did on Val. Do you want to start with how many, Mrs. O.G.I.? 4? 5?
That's good.
4?
Start with that first.
Okay.
Eli said now you need some fingerling grapes with that bread.
Yeah, no kidding.
We did that in California.
Yeah, I think that's what he was talking about. They were pretty good grapes.
Yeah, they were.
I never had fingerling grapes before. They were good. All right, some sauce on there. Let me get that hunk of bread. Oh yeah. A couple hunks of bread, a little butter on there. There we go, Mrs. O.G.I.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, my turn. Woo! Been waiting for this all day. And I'm glad y'all are all here tonight. Being gone all week, most of the week, I kind of forgot about the fact that I didn't have anything scheduled for tonight. So kind of got it up last minute, last evening. So I appreciate y'all being here. All right. There's the lasagna on the plate. I know I could sprinkle like a little parm on there, but let's see how it tastes.
Cereal File says looks amazing.
Oh, it smells really good. Woo! Ha ha. Ha 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 ha. Mmm. Mmm. Oh man. That is so flavorful. Taste absolutely everything there. The fresh marinara, the sausage, the couple of cheeses in there. Oh, come on. Don't mess with me.
Mm-hmm. Really good.
All right. Well, now I gotta get into the salad. At least a bite.
Eli says Mrs. Old Guy is the chat MVP.
Mm-hmm. Indeed, she is.
John said, how about homemade beef stew with cornbread?
Absolutely. Or how about homemade beef stew served up in a bread bowl? How about that? So next weekend is Halloween. I will be doing my Saturday night stream. I'm going to tell you what I've got coming up. With the bread. Man, so
Val
good.
said he can't wait to see the stream. He'll have to check out the recording.
Awesome. Who's that? Val? Well, thank you. I hope you do. I hope you get a chance to check it out. And I didn't do too bad, by golly. Got it done in just a little bit over an hour.
Yeah. Crazy Dad said, good job, Tom. Looks really good. And Cereal File said, ouch. Oh, ooh, bread bowls.
Mm-hmm. And there'll be bread bowls that actually look like a bowl. All right. Let's get into another bite of this. Maybe I can show you. Let me see if I can get up close. Let me come around. Ugh. Can you see that? Oh, they are so good. Mm. Yep.
John said that you and I deserve the Golden Globe Award.
The Golden Globe. Well, that'd be cool. Well, I want to thank everyone for tuning in and hanging out with this old guy on Saturday night. A lot of people like to go out and actually do things on Saturday night, so I appreciate you hanging out with me. I'm going to get out of here. I want you all to take care of yourselves. Have some fun in this next upcoming week, getting ready for Halloween. I know I'm going to. You can look for some more Halloween type fun videos, and I look forward to seeing some Halloween videos from you guys. At least I hope. Okay? Y'all take care of yourselves. Do something good for somebody. We'll see you next week. Bye now.
Crazy Dad said,